I am majoring in animal science with an emphasis in equine management.
How did you decide on Iowa State?
Well, my parents are both, we lived in the city, but I was raised with horses. I've always owned horses. And my grandparents actually are from Colo, Iowa, which is really close to here, and my grandpa was a professor here. So when I would come out, he would actually take me to these horse barns, and he would come and bring me and show me all the baby horses. And so it was pretty obvious I was coming here from a young age.
What are some of the things that you like best about Iowa State and this program?
I love the campus of Iowa State. I love how it's spread out so you feel like you have a lot of room. There's a lot of agriculture everywhere you go. There's trees. There's a lot of open space. And then with animal science individually, I like how it actually feels like a smaller campus within animal science. All of the professors know you by name if you take the time to get to know them, and I like that.
What kind of career are you looking for after you graduate?
I haven't officially decided, but I came to Iowa State thinking I would go to vet school, but changed my mind pretty quickly freshman year. And so I know that I still want to go into the equine department, and I'm thinking maybe reproduction or possibly rehab for hurt horses or horses straight off the racetrack.
That's a really interesting career path. So what made you go that direction, like rehab for horses coming off the track especially?
Well, I've always loved working with horses and training them, and I find that I almost like the difficult horses more than the ones that are push button already completely trained. I like learning with the horses and having them teach me things while I'm trying to teach them things. And I also took a class here, exercise physiology, and I thought it was really interesting how all the muscles and tendons connected together and how if one was misplaced slightly, how much that can affect the movement and ability of the horse to perform.
Okay. What is it about Iowa State's equine program that you would like people watching this to know?
I think it is a really great program. I came in kind of thinking that I know a lot about horses, but I haven't worked on the management side or running barns. I've just worked with the horses directly, and so this has really given me a new perspective into what it takes to be a barn manager and what Nikki does, running the barn and doing all of the breeding, which I also had never been exposed to. It's really interesting to see how much actually goes in and how much I didn't realize I don't know about the equine industry.
If there was one change in the equine industry as a whole that you would suggest to get more young people involved, can you think of what that would be?
Maybe just more publicity. I know a lot of people didn't realize that you could specialize in equine management, and I actually didn't know about it until last year. And so that was my whole freshman year, I had no idea that you could specialize in it. And I think a lot of people are afraid to get into equine because if they don't have background, they're afraid that they're really behind, whereas there are a lot of classes you can take, Animal Science 116, I didn't know existed until I TA'd for it. And that is for beginners, it's all hands-on, you get to learn how to halter a horse, brush a horse, the parts of the horse, everything some people come into college knowing. I think if other people knew that these classes were out there, it would really help to broaden the people interested in equine.
What or who inspires you to keep working hard and achieving your dreams as it relates to your career?
Yeah. I would say my family a lot. Both of my parents have really encouraged me. They bought me my first horse. They didn't know anything about horses, but they were like, you love this is what you want to do, we're going to encourage you to go. And so they helped me pay for my first horse and helped me work off board throughout the years and really just kept pushing me to go as far as I could go in the industry. And even now, they call me every week and they're like, well, how are your classes? What have you learned that's new? What's broadening your horizon, and how are the people there helping you? And I think also the three main equine professors here also have really encouraged me, especially Kelly and Nikki. Really they ask in-depth questions that make you think about what you're doing and what you want to do, and you can tell they care about each individual student. And so just having those people around me really I want to do well, and they want me to do well.